Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today, we're going to talk about, what did I tell you? Chase Bank, 700 credit score, 20% down to buy a house. I told you when things go bad, they start tightening up the credit requirements. We're going to talk about that and a few other things. Those people, I just found out there's only 8 states in America that have workers' laws. That means 42 states and the territories do not. People are working 40 hours a week without breaks, without lunch. I can't believe it. Being like a slave in this society. No wonder people are sick. We're going to talk about all of this and creating your wealth in this situation. Tifosi Optics. Check. Stop Struggling Now merch. Check. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. That's right, we're going to talk about creating wealth. Now is the time that millionaires are made. You keep hearing me talk about the stock market. You keep hearing me talk about precious metals every now and then, getting your 1, 2, 3% of precious metals. In this case, I'm talking about gold right now, because that's the only thing that's probably going to have a serious upside, because they're printing trillions and trillions of dollars, or rather putting digits, giving digits to banks such as JP Morgan. The same guys that's supposed to give out payroll protection, stimulus checks, the $10,000 EIDL. Well, you know how that's going. They're not coming, are they? They're not coming fast enough, is it? That's right, I'm downtown in Fort Myers right now. Look behind me. Right back here, all these businesses, they're shut down. The city business shut down. How many of these businesses are gonna survive without any protection? But it's funny, when we're talking about creating wealth, they're siphoning off your taxes, siphoning off your wealth. Meanwhile, those same companies and corporations who don't pay taxes, they're giving them bailout money. Think about it. Fed banks, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, Capital One, they're getting bailout money. The corporations are also getting bailout money, such as cruise lines, airlines. Meanwhile, mom and pops, payroll protection, stimulus checks, $10,000 EIDL. We got a hold up. We got problems. We got issues. And now, the disgusting thing. This is more of a rant video than anything else. The most disgusting thing is JP Morgan, the Fed Bank, they're sitting there saying, now, how do you feel when you're sitting here licking your chops saying, man, I can't wait till this housing crisis strikes again. Man, I'll be able to pick up a few pieces. So instead, they say, no, you can't have a 650 credit score no more before we give you a loan. You can't have a 620, you can't have a 680. You gotta have a 700. They already know 70% of the population doesn't have a 700 credit score. That means 30% of the population does. How many people out of the 30% are gonna wanna buy up an extra house or 2 or 3 or apartments or multifamilies, anything like that? No, that bailout money that's getting sent to these guys, guess what? When this housing crisis occurs, who's gonna have all the money? The bailout companies. That's right. Come on, kids, let's play along. You finding out who you are, where you stand right now? Did you start your business? You got that online real estate that I've been talking about over the last 1.5 to 2 years? Well, if you did, then you might be sitting a little better than other people who are now sitting at home with no paycheck coming in, no unemployment coming in, no stimulus check coming in, and even if you did get that stimulus check, it's $1,200. Come on now. How many people can live on $1,200? Let's get real. Meanwhile, the trillions of dollars that's going to the Fed banks, corporations, mutual funds, Wall Street, when housing prices go down, they ain't got to qualify for no 700 credit score. They don't have to qualify for nothing. But they're going to be snapping up all these homes, neighborhoods. Neighborhoods. That's right. And meanwhile, those people who are going to have to rent and are not going to be getting paid the same amount of money, Why? Because 30 million people are going to be out of work. This time next week, there'll probably be 40 million people out of work. Then who can afford to rent where? That's going to be a good question, and there's going to be limited jobs. And speaking of jobs, me and my girls talking about jobs. What happens? I find out because of a conversation. I'm sitting there going, what do you mean people are working like 8 hours a day and don't get a break and don't get a lunch? I couldn't believe it. So I Googled. It'll be on the screen. Only 8 states in the United States of America have workers' laws, as I call it, where you get a break every 2 hours for 15 minutes if you're working 8 hours a day. Then you get, at the 4-hour mark, roughly, is your lunch break, whether it's 30 minutes or an hour. And then 2 hours after that, you get another break. You're supposed to eat every 2 to 3 hours, ladies and gentlemen, to keep your body functioning properly. You're supposed to relax to get your mind off of things. This is part of mental health. This is part of physical health. You take away a person's health, you take away their wealth. When you're sick, all the money in the world don't mean nothing. But yet, we have a United States of America that doesn't give a damn about their citizens. If it is true that people are working 40, 50 hours a week, they're getting barely any break time, any lunch time. That means your body's not even getting the necessary nutrients. No wonder there's a whole world out here in the United States that has health issues. No wonder there's certain parts of the political machine that doesn't want to have or cover pre-existing conditions. That's right. Take away your health, takes away your wealth, because now you got to go to the bank. To the hospital. You get sick, who's going to be paying those bills? Who can afford $150,000? Who can afford $80,000 of hospital bills that insurance may not cover? It happens all the time. Medical bankruptcy. Turn your life upside down. People, come on now. Time is of the essence. You can't sit by any longer. You have to join the corporation in the United States of America by getting an LLC or corporation, starting your own business. I don't care how you do it, DBA has, but you got to get it done. There's previous videos that I made on how to start an LLC. If you got an LLC and you say, hey, I don't have an office, I got a video for you for Opus Virtual Office on how to sign up for that. You get a phone number, you get a fax number. So that's all covered. You get 411 with Opus Virtual Office if you don't want to put in your residential address. Come on, build your business credit. I have videos on that. Time is of the essence, ladies and gentlemen. This COVID-19 thing, should be just a wake-up call. At any time, you can be left behind. And by the way, if you're not already left behind, you're gonna be left behind. So, get your ass moving. How many times do I have to keep saying this? Month after month, week after week. All I'm saying is, when everything starts turning around, make sure you're creating wealth yourself. That means the 1%ers, all they care about is real estate, so they can control the population, and stock market, because 10% of them control probably 90% of it by now. It used to be 84%. That's all they care about. And once they control all of that, and you put your money in 401ks, because you get 0% interest in banks, so where are you going to put your money? You're going to put your money in REITs, real estate trust, down there with that guy in Miami who's not going to distribute any funds April, May, June, but he's got your 20,000. He's got your 50,000. He's got your 250,000. And you get no distributions, and you sign an agreement that said you can't take your money out. Not liquid, ladies and gentlemen, just like your 401k. Not liquid. Penalties if you withdraw it. Are you getting to understand now that your wealth is being taken away as long as you work for these yahoos? Are you not getting it yet? How many videos do I have to make about this? To get up off the couch, quit eating them fucking bonbons, and quit getting your mind mixed up on that TV screen. The only person that you can care about is you. Nobody's coming to save you. Come on. If you need any help, you always know where to find me. Eric at StopStrugglingNow.com. or you can leave a comment down below. And most of you subscribers know that I pretty much try to answer 100% of the comments. So if you don't want to email me, you can leave a comment down below and I'll still talk to you. Either way, it gets done. This is the no guru zone. So with all that said, I have enough already. I'm so disgusted, I gotta leave. I gotta go driving around because my mind is going crazy, trying to figure out how they're stopping us from being able to take advantage of a bad situation. They manipulate the stock market. They manipulate real estate prices. They manipulate funding. And you guys are sitting here sleeping. The only person you can count on is yourself, so get yourself in position. I know it's hard, but stay tuned. I have more videos coming to help. And thank you for liking, thank you for sharing. And please, like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you can get the latest updates. Now, get to it. And I know it's hard out here. That's why I'm so exhausted. That's why I'm so upset. Because I can't believe that we live in America and well, not me, but you may have been led to believe we're the greatest on the planet. But when a crisis occurs, somehow we don't have medical care for everyone. Somehow we don't have funds to give to people for unemployment. We can't help the less fortunate, but we can sure spend trillions and add digits to the Fed banks. We can add digits to corporations to make sure they stay afloat. But like I said, downtown right here shut down. They're not gonna come and save these guys. They're not coming to save you. 50% of you watching this video is gonna be out of a job in about 4 months. If you're not already laid off, you're gonna be permanently laid off. So think about it. Now's your time to get a move on. If you have any questions, hit me up. So with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.